easy. Get the process started today. 888-KING-WIN or online at thermokingwindows.com.
Kansas City loves ribs. Smoky, savory, sweet, fall-off-the-bone ribs for just $15 or 2 for $25. You can grab a full slab of baby back ribs at Hy-Vee every Saturday and Sunday. Perfect for your tailgate or watch party. Add baked beans, potato salad, and coleslaw, then kick back and leave the cooking to us. Hy-Vee has your back with a full slab of ribs for just $15 or 2 for $25 every Saturday and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee. Limited time offer while supplies last.
I love watching the Chiefs score points. Now I have even more reason to cheer on the Chiefs. I just head to Hy-Vee the day after any game and score savings at the pump with my Hy-Vee Perks card. Win or lose, I earn a fuel saver discount equal to the Chiefs score based on the amount I spend. If the Chiefs score 42 points, I save 42 cents a gallon when I spend $42. The more we score, the more I save. Only at Hy-Vee. Offer good in-store and online. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Our favorite reason to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler? Free service for life with no fine print. That's right. When you buy your engagement ring or any piece of jewelry at Diamonds Direct, you will never have to pay a dime in the future for sizing, cleaning, or routine maintenance. At Diamonds Direct, there's no gotcha clause, no fine print, no looking for ways to void the warranty. Diamonds Direct, the jeweler you can trust with a no questions asked 100% free lifetime warranty with no strings attached. Come see us to learn more.
Reason number 52 to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler. Only Diamonds Direct gives you a 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. Diamonds Direct will give you 110% of your original purchase price toward the new stone. That's 10% more than you paid the first time. Guaranteed appreciation. Who else does this? There's no fine print and no minimum purchase requirement. It's 10% more, period. Buy with confidence. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
What's up, Kansas City? It's Mitchell Schwartz. Join me at the Buffalo Wild Wings located at 137th and Metcalf in Overland Park on Friday, October 18th. I'll be there with the crew from 6 to 8 p.m., eating some wings and drinking $5 Bud Lights. For more details, go to 965thefan.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading into downtown, 670 eastbound, very heavy. Coming off I-70, stays very slow over to 35 with an accident in the interchange. 435 westbound, heading out of the Grandview Triangle. It gets slow and it intensifies around Holmes over to the state line with an earlier accident. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Welcome back into 96.5 The Fan. I'm glad to have you on a Thursday. Thanks to all of you listening. Thanks for all of you enjoying this program. We appreciate you more than you would absolutely know. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens here on a Thursday once again to remind you the Chiefs play at 3:25 on this very station. You can hear Kling, Danon, Mitch, all that as the Chiefs radio network pregame starts on this station.
Yesterday it started, I think. It's on the secondary channel, right?
That's right. Yeah. It's officially time to dive into the game, but before we do that, there is somebody who I really do root for because I think they are absolutely talented. I think they got the short end of the stick at their previous team, but it's kind of two sides' faults, right? Saquon Barkley is who we're talking about, which drafted, is a good running back, but then never really got a line to support him, nor Daniel Jones.
Or a quarterback, or like anything,
right. And I think Saquon Barkley is a little bit in denial here. And what I mean by that is he came out and spoke, and he said, maybe I'm naive, but I think it's over. That chapter's closed. I truly don't care no more. I'm pretty sure fans don't care no more, and I don't think I'll get booed.
They're playing the Giants this weekend in the Meadowlands, right? Philadelphia and the Giants.
That's right.
Saquon Barkley going back for the first time. I hate to break it to you. For any athlete that leaves place A and goes to place B, the book isn't closed until you go back to place A, right? And so he's going to have to go back to the Meadowlands every year and play a game against the Giants. But will he get booed? Yeah, I'm sure he will. It won't be like going back to Yankee Stadium and getting booed. You know, the Giants fans are a little bit older and more reserved. But look, they're still going to boo the hell out of Saquon Barkley because he left. Like, if you like a jilted lover,
if you texted your dad right now and was like, will Saquon get booed on Sunday? He would immediately say, of course.
Yeah, probably.
Not yes, not probably, just yes.
Yeah, he's going to get booed on Sunday because not only did he leave, he left for your best friend. you know, essentially is what it is, right?
He married the single wife next door, the single lady next door.
Yeah.
And just moved in
right.
there.
Like I'll just do a quick example. Like 8th grade dating right now is like they all have a friend group and everybody's like, and my wife keeps saying, you're just dating your friends. What are we doing here? Right? Get out of your friend group. That's kind of what like Saquon Barkley's doing. He's moving from the Giants to the Eagles. They're all kind of in that friend group together.
Yeah.
And now he went and you know now he's dating your best friend and you're like, wait a second here. I was dating him last week and now you're dating him. Are we still friends? No, you're not friends anymore. He moved on to Philadelphia, and that's great. You took the money and you run, and you know it's probably a smart move for the Giants not to re-sign him because that's an organization in disarray. But to think you're not going to be moved and it's all water under the bridge, it just doesn't work that way, right? Like it just does not work that way.
People never forget.
I mean, people are going to be booing here in Kansas City Robinson Cano, Jazz Chisholm to the day is long, right? And I think Tony Gonzalez has kind of made his bed back in Kansas City, and everybody likes him again.
Fortunate enough for him, he doesn't have to play.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like, you're not booing a broadcaster.
Right.
If you are, then I mean,
well, God love you, right?
Yeah, you got some plums, man.
Yeah.
Like,
but like that's just life. Like you leave Team A and go to Team B, and Team B comes back and plays you. Yeah, you're going to get booed. I mean, to think that you're not going to get booed is just ridiculous.
Mac, you're kind of the more stable one. We're over here just always, running on just adrenaline. You think he gets booed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. See,
I mean, there's no question.
Yeah.
Who doesn't think he gets booed other than him, right?
Yeah, other than him. It's kind of sad. It's a little ignorant of him. I mean, he's just like, I think it's over. The chapter's closed. I truly don't care anymore, and I'm pretty sure fans don't care anymore. Dude, the fans still care.
The fans will always care.
If he sucked, he may not get booed, but he would still get booed.
Like that first play, he's going to get a handoff, and let's say the Giants have a good defensive line. They stop him in the backfield. There's going to be extra cheers, right? It's going to be like extra cheers. It's kind of what you do, right?
Which is basically the condescending way of booing.
Yeah.
Like,
when Jazz he'll get the handoff, it'll be boo, yay!
We were all there when Jazz Chisholm played on Thursday night at the K, and he thought he got a walk and threw his bat down, then struck out the next pitch later.
That was so good.
Everyone was that was a louder cheer than Salvador Perez got.
No doubt, it really was.
It was.
No question. Yeah. Salvi got the big cheer on Wednesday, and then Jazz got Thursday night. Yeah.
So which brings up the question: is 913-586-7965. Who is someone that you will always boo, whether it be the K or whether it be Arrowhead? Bob, who's one of those?
Well, back in the day, it was like Johnny Damon. People would boo Johnny Damon all the time when he came back to Kansas City.
He said he wouldn't leave.
Yeah, well, the players should never say that because they're all leaving. They're all taking the check. For me, I've got 3 people on it. Les Miles, who totally stole money from KU. Tyreek Hill. Who sucks, and Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield makes the list of people you're going to boo because the way that he left here was just not copacetic, man. It really, you'd get the vaccine and go to Canada if your team was better. Like, that was just a slap in the face of everybody in Kansas City.
Traded to the Blue Jays.
That's exactly right, yeah. They got traded to the Blue Jays. How about that, Whit? So just the way he handled his exit here, he was always kind of just bitter about things. You know, you liked him, you rooted for him. But he always had that little bitter edge to him, and then he said that right before they traded, and I'm like, all right, you're gone. I'd boo him.
The 3 I will bring up is Chisholm will always get booed.
Yeah, he's made his bed now. Yeah.
Cano always got booed ever since he would come back to Kansas City. He always got booed, no matter what. Every Cincinnati player, for sure. I mean, everybody for the Bengals will always, I hate to say it, we live rent free in their head. They live rent-free in our head. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Talk to Alex Gold about Cincinnati. Just go to Alex Gold and say, I think Cincinnati could make the playoffs. He will go on a 5-minute rant and tell you why you're out of your mind, why Cincinnati can't do anything, why the Chiefs have a Super Bowl. They don't. That's rent-free.
Yeah, it is.
In a roundabout way, that's rent-free.
And that's okay. That's what makes it part of the rivalry.
It's fun.
And I'll be honest, after being at that game, with my daughter and the Bengals fans talking trash to a 14-year-old kid, F them.
Yeah.
They suck.
That's a KMA right there.
Yeah, I hate them the most, for sure, in the league. Joe Burrow's on my list.
Rent-free.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
it's
it is. They are.
Right?
Oh, I would admit that.
Right? It's rent-free. Jose Ramirez.
Why?
Because he's so damn good against Royals.
I love watching that guy play.
But he beats our ass, dude.
Left
side, right side, no matter where he plays, third base. The guy looks like he should be at Whataburger 24/7, but he hits cranks and plays great defense.
And steals bases.
And he plays for the damn Guardians.
Yeah, he's one of the best players in baseball,
it sucks,
man.
dude.
God, he's so good.
So I boo him.
All right.
Until he's a Royal, which will never happen.
But you got to admit, you have fun watching that guy.
I do forget there is an announcer that probably would get booed by Chiefs fans, Mike Florio. You would find your way down to go and start booing him.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, they will have him in the stadium doing like a report during the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if he's there, I would make my way down and I would heckle Florio.
Well, he's advocating to hurt Patrick Mahomes.
He's also advocating for Reed to retire.
Right, exactly.
Who
That's
then
the other
signed
one.
an extension.
Yeah.
So when Mahomes wins a three-peat, I just really think it's time for Mahomes to hang it up. Mackenstein, you got some?
Gosh, I just had a good one that I can't remember. Yeah, I had Joe Burrow. I had Will Compton on the list just because he's a Chiefs trash talker. He's never done anything. Yeah, the guy sucks. He's just an idiot. I was trying to think. Just slipped my mind. There was a player that I was wondering. Oh, yeah, do you think, I think I'd boo this player if he came to Kansas City, but I think it would be like a boo of admiration. I'd be clapping while I boo Phillip Rivers.
No, you don't clap for Phillip.
Okay.
Not after he waved goodbye.
Yeah.
Sirianni.
Yeah, Sirianni gets booed. Yeah, even though his
Tyreek
wife's from
Hill will
Kansas
always
City.
get booed.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill will always get booed, right? Yeah.
Because of the way he left.
Because of the way he left.
Yeah.
And the way he talked trash for like a year and a half on the organization.
Yeah, the way
they
he
realized,
talks.
wait a second here. If I keep talking trash, I may never get a chance to go back and be in that ring of fame. And
913 says Josh Donaldson was always fun to boo.
yeah, for a hot minute. Then the Royals petered out and nobody cared anymore.
The 3 from the 785, Marcus Peters, Jamar Chase, Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
The good thing is you may never see 3 of those people in Kansas City ever again.
Say the names again. Marcus Peters, he's not playing.
Nope.
Nick Sirianni probably not going to be coaching much longer.
And then Jamar Chase.
Unless
they give him the bag.
Yeah.
Which they are.
The Bengals, you mean, or the Chiefs?
Yeah, oh, God. Wouldn't that be a plot twist?
What? Bull. I almost said it.
I don't.
Bull.
No, not bull.
If Jamar Chase signs here on March 18th,
I'm good.
You're going to be running down Metcalf with no pants on. And you know it.
You're going to run like Chris Jones at the 40-yard dash.
You might be right about the no pants thing, but I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. No,
nope. We hate players until they're ours.
No, he's a D.
He is.
He's like
could be ours.
But we don't have D's on our team. Like the drama, creating.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not the culture, man.
You're right.
Let's see here. Somebody says I'm booing Tony Gonzalez on the street. F Tony Gonzalez.
You're mad at Tony though because he was right and saw the writing on the wall before anybody else realized it.
I wouldn't boo Tony. Maybe I'm in the minority.
But when you come out and you talk about how great a Falcon you were, and you're like, wait a second here,
Yeah,
man.
that was That was garbage.
And now the Chiefs are winning. He's like, I never played for Atlanta.
From the 816, I always boo Dusty.
Wow.
The hell did I do to you?
That sucks.
I'm out here stealing people's girls. Somebody says Lance McCullers Jr. was a fun one to boo.
Good one. Yeah.
Someone says Neil Smith because how he left and won with 2 Super Bowls with Denver.
Yeah, but he's kind of made good back in Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he lives here again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask that. Yeah.
Copeland's isn't open anymore, but he still lives here.
Yeah. Someone says they would always boo John Gruden after the bus ride around the stadium.
Yeah, that guy's a heel.
But they say he was greeted with good graces during training camp.
Of course, because Andy's his friend, you know? Yeah. So what if they hired Gruden to be on staff? Would you, I mean, you're not booing assistant.
This is a good one. This one happens a lot. Carlos Correa does always get booed now that he's with the Twins.
Of course, yeah, but he's a cheater, caught cheater. Everybody cheats, but he got caught, so.
Jose Altuve as well.
Yep, Altuve.
That's right. I don't know. 9 o'clock hour on the other side. We get back into what Nate Taylor said on the additions and who, as he joined us earlier today here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan. It is your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Week 7 of the NFL season is upon us tonight, and that means FanDuel has got your opportunity for a chance to win big every Thursday night with FanDuel Squares. It's the same Super Bowl Squares games that you've always known, only way better. That's because your numbers aren't just randomly assigned. You get to pick them yourself, and you can pick as many as you like. You'll get to see the odds beforehand, and you can bet them live during the game. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/610Bob and bet on the squares. Plus, if you're new to FanDuel, you can bet $5 to get $300 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL and of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
Right now, 38 states allow for sports betting, including 7 of Missouri's neighboring states. Amendment 2 gives Missouri sports fans the freedom to bet on games too, and that will generate over $100 million for our schools without raising property taxes. Amendment 2 is endorsed by the Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, and Missouri's 2 professional soccer teams, the KC Current and St. Louis City. These days, Republicans and Democrats don't agree on much. But the Republican and Democratic candidates for governor are both supporting Amendment 2 because it means more money for education. Amendment 2 isn't like the lottery. There's a strong constitutional guarantee. The new money from sports betting will go to our schools. $100 million for education without raising property taxes. Amendment 2 is endorsed by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and the Kansas City Star. Vote yes on 2. Paid for by Winning for Missouri Education. Mike Pridmore, Treasurer.
When it comes to beef, nothing tops world-class highly marbled Wagyu. Booth Creek Wagyu's Overland Park Meat Market is ready to elevate your beef. Their farm-to-fork commitment brings this intensely rich and flavorful beef from the tall grass prairies north of Manhattan, Kansas, directly to your table. Stop into the store to see what our customers are calling the jewelry store of beef and taste the difference. Our in-store experts are sampling freshly seared Wagyu 7 days a week. Located in the shops at Deer Creek Woods at 135th and Metcalf.
We interrupt with a special report from the Missouri Lottery. With a new millionaire every 8.1 days last year, there's no shortage of Missouri Lottery winners. However, there is currently a shortage of confetti. This may impact all confetti-related activities, hullabaloos, whoop-de-doos, jamborees, shebangs, and any and all festive goings-ons. Rest assured, Missouri Lottery winners will receive a single confetto with every big win for the time being. We apologize for the shortage, but not the winning. Thus concludes this report from the Missouri Lottery. Winners welcome. Play responsibly.
Where can you find an extensive line of Blue Demon welding supplies, filler, rods, and wire? Metal by the Foot, located in Casey and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot. Let's face it, nowadays most companies have to rely on dozens of expensive, disconnected platforms to run their business. And even then, things can get a little, well, stressful. But with Odoo's all-in-one management software, packed with a suite of fully integrated business applications, every process is streamlined. Tasks are automated, and success is just a few clicks away. See how Odoo can take your business to the next level at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Chiefs coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by award-winning Johnny's Barbecue in Olathe.
Football and barbecue fans, score big with Johnny's Barbecue tailgate packages. Whether you're hosting a home gate or a tailgate, Johnny's Barbecue has you covered. Check out our tailgate packages at johnny'sbbqkc.com. Located in Olathe and serving all of KC. Johnny's Barbecue. Taste the smoke.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
70 westbound, very slow once again this morning. You're hitting delays around Van Brunt. Stays very heavy from Jackson over towards Truman, where an accident has you down to only the right lane getting by. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
What's up, KC? It's Trent McDuffie. Catch the play-by-play all season long with Mitch, Danon, and Clean right here on your home of the Chiefs. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City in Odyssey Sports Station.
Welcome back into Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan.
Can I ask you a quick question,
No.
Dusty? Okay.
Yes, go ahead. Obviously.
Which is worse TV, the Fox Major League Baseball pregame show or Colt McCoy calling a game?
Yes. Yeah, Colt ain't good, man. I was telling you earlier in a break, it was like...
Well, Colt McCoy came out and said this broadcasting thing is hard.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you think?
It's like people think they can do 4 hours of radio. It's like, yeah, well, come on in here with a 10-minute a segment that you think you can do for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the floor. For sure.
2 minutes in, they're like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's my take.
Mm-hmm.
From the 785. Shout out to Mac. Worked a 13-hour shift yesterday, so caught Mac double dipping on an after-hours show last night and back at it this morning. Dusty, when are you making the celebrity appearance back on? I'm no celebrity.
No.
Anytime they'll have me. But it's kind of like the rule of ministers. You know, once you retire from that church, you can't go back in it.
You go to the next.
You got to have everybody else do it.
That's right.
So
Yeah, it's good for Mac to cut his teeth a little bit because you and I are going to be taking a lot of vacation time. He's going to be filling in all by himself. So
That's right.
Best of
Heck yeah.
luck.
He's ready for it.
He is ready for it.
How did
I'd
it
be
go
pumped.
last night, by the way?
It was good, man. It was great. Super fun.
Was it weird coming up here again?
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Sun's
didn't just do it
down.
from your home?
No, I couldn't do that.
All right.
Yeah, it was
Smart.
weird. The sun was down, but the
Well,
opposite.
the sun's always down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opposite way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
Do you guys talk Chiefs?
A little bit, maybe.
Did you geek
Once
out
or
on
twice.
college football?
Yep, geeked out on college football. Talked. Oh, you were speaking of Alex Gold, being ticked off about the Bengals. Drew did give his Bengals playoffs take, so of course we heard that. It was great.
He thinks the Bengals are going to the playoffs?
We drafted contenders. We each drafted 5 contenders. And he was the 10th. The Bengals was
picked
the
the
10th
Bengals?
pick. The 10th pick. in the
How
draft.
many teams do you really think can win the Super Bowl this year, right now, if you're looking at it? I got the Chiefs, I got Minnesota, I got Detroit, and I got maybe Baltimore, but I'm fringe on Baltimore because Lamar hasn't shown me. And I love Lamar so much.
And no Buffalo.
I don't know. So 3?
Wow. I would
And 2 from
say
one from the AFC.
Yeah.
AFC, I would say the Chiefs, Houston, Baltimore.
And you know how much I
Buffalo.
love Houston. I'm just not ready to say they can win it yet.
Need more time.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more. You know?
NFC, I would say Detroit, Minnesota.
I mean, I guess you
Green Bay.
got to put San Francisco in that conversation still.
I think Green Bay's there.
I think so too.
I think San Francisco's got to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's what
that was
10.
about 7. That was about 7 or 8 teams. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
mentioned.
think there's 10 teams that can win the Super Bowl. I just don't.
And
no,
it's-
once we were getting to the 9th and 10th picks, I was like, yeah. I mean, Drew's got the Falcons and the Bengals on his
Yeah, at
5
that point, it's
contenders.
like,
Come on.
At that point, it's like drafting kickers in fantasy football drafts.
Yeah,
like, well, we got to
right.
fill the roster. I guess
Yeah.
I'll take this
10
guy from
kickers.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to the Kansas City Outlaws as they're in the championship this weekend. So there you go. KC Outlaws, congratulations in the championship game. Go win it.
What sport?
I think it's arena football. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think they play in Sedalia. But no, I think that the obvious. I think there's 8 teams that will shrink to about 5 teams by the time we get to December football.
Yeah.
I mean, I think-
some people surprise in the playoffs as
It's
always.
hockey.
Hockey.
It's a little hockey.
Who is calling me?
Kansas City Outlaws are a hockey team? In what league?
Oh, they're a hockey team?
No, now it's saying nope, never mind. This is PBR. It's a professional bull riding.
Oh, the professional bull riding.
Oh, that's
All
great.
right, cool.
Would you ever ride a bull?
There is the Kansas City Outlaws hockey
Have you ever been to the PBR? Like,
well, I don't know. I used to go to Kemper back in the day and watch Chris Ledoux.
Yeah, right.
And
That
they
was
would always
Garth
have a
Brooks' name.
Yeah, no.
It
He's
wasn't?
actually Garth Brooks' former best friend who's no longer alive. But no, they would always have the American Royal, and then Chris Ledoux would perform after the rodeo.
So you've seen like the guy ride for 8 seconds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I went to the PBR at T-Mobile Center right before COVID. A lot of this is all before COVID. I walked out of there going, this was exhilarating. Like watching these guys try to ride that bull for 8 seconds. Whew.
How much money for you to try that?
I don't know if
No
there's
number.
enough,
Would you
man.
rather ride it or be one of the clowns that has to
Neither.
distract?
No, neither. No, because you're going to get gored.
Would you ever run with the bulls in Spain?
Yes.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just go to an alley
would.
and hide in the door and be like, I did it.
Yeah. No, I've known some people that have done it before. Tammy from the Weston Sun has done it before, and a guy that I used to work with did it, a
My
couple
dad
of
did it.
times. Your dad did do it?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said it was awesome.
Yeah.
He said it was sick. So I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Like
I'll
you
give it a
can,
try.
you can get like a far enough head
That's what he
start,
said.
so you don't have to worry about. But it's still like doing that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would 100% do that. There's no question. Yeah.
Good movie about bull riding. Lane Frost, the late Luke Perry plays him.
Okay.
Sad ending. Just reminder.
But you watch these bulls, right? They're kicking up and doing all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. These
it's
guys
animal-
are flying all over the place.
It's like
and
animal cruelty, actually.
Yeah.
They like tie their nuts to a rope and get them all pissed off, and they go out there and they're trying to buck the guy
buck the guy off, and you think, 8 seconds is nothing. Bull. You wouldn't even last
pun
a second.
intended.
Exactly. You wouldn't last a second on that
No
thing.
way.
And then you fall down, you bust your arms all up, your head cracks open. Like, no way, man. It is tough. Like, people talk about the NFL being a violent sport. Bull riding, my friends, is a violent son of a gun.
Yeah. Nate Taylor, who joined the show earlier today on 96.5 The Fan and Fescoe and Dusty, had this to say about what the Chiefs will do at receiver.
Now you have a baseline of what to expect from, hey, if we make a trade, is it going to be a third-round pick? Is it going to be a fourth-round pick? Obviously, you're not going to go towards a second or a first-rounder. So the Chiefs can come back after this game against the 49ers and say, okay, we have another sort of sample size to assess our own receiving group. What receiver can help us sort of complement Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster? Is that a Deontay Johnson? Is that a Darius Slater? Those are some of the players that you could think about. If I have to say right now, I do think the Chiefs will make a trade for a receiver.
And then Bob Fescoe asked him, who?
That's where it gets fascinating because I know Tutu Atwell could be available, right? I know some people are saying, well, how about Demarcus Robinson? Marquez Valdez-Scantling just entered the bar, and he wasn't even, available, but he's available now. You don't have to trade for him, of course. I think if I had to make a pick right now, it's probably Darius Slayton.
I like it.
I like that move a lot. Yeah, you give up a third-round pick for Darius Slayton for the rest of the year. I'm good with that.
I'm in.
It's not a guy that everybody's going to look at and say he has to save the position, right? Like if you bring Devontae Adams, you're going to have unrealistic expectations. Darius Slayton comes in, he's going to be a guy that's going to help you move the ball down the field, right? You don't have to have all these whacked out expectations for a guy like him. And you just come in, I don't want to say like Kadarius Toney, but that's kind of our baseline that we've got to look at, right? Because it's the wide receiver we've acquired in the middle of the season. Come in, make a couple of plays, make it worth the third-round pick, win another Super Bowl, we call it good.
Yeah. I think that it also makes sense for the Chiefs in a long-term situation because what is the one thing the Chiefs do? They go and find a guy in the offseason, give him that 1-year contract, and then they can go out and get the bag if they'd like to.
Yeah.
After this year, Darius Slayton is an unrestricted free agent, meaning that if he comes to Kansas City halfway through the season, does well, and then says, you know what I might do? I might sign a 1-year contract, and I might go try to see if I can get the bag after this 1 year. Now, I know they'll have Hollywood Brown coming back. Rasheed Rice will be back. Hollywood Brown.
Do you re-sign Hollywood Brown this offseason?
Depends on the money.
Depends on the market.
I mean, you may get him for a song because he didn't play all
That's what I'm
year,
saying. Yeah, run it back.
And that's the thing. is like, if Hollywood Brown and you don't want to see eye to eye and he wants to go test the market elsewhere, then yeah, if Slayton does end up being good addition to this team, if he does come to Kansas City and it works out and he's like, you know what, I want to up my stats again another year. I want to stick with this team who might be on track to go for a 4-peat. We don't know. I mean, then maybe there's that involved as well. But I'm okay with it. And I thought that was a good point Nate made, is that the unfortunate part about giving up a third is that teams aren't going to want your third. They're going to want that Tennessee Titans third, because the Titans play Buffalo this week. Buffalo's a 9.5-point favorite if you haven't looked yet. It could get ugly.
Does Tennessee have a quarterback this week, or are they still going with Levi's?
They're going with Levi's, man, the Mayo King.
Would you rather go with Will Levi's or have to choose between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson?
I'd run the Wildcat.
Okay.
I'd bring the Wildcat
Justin Fields is running the Wildcat.
Yeah, he essentially is.
But I think it's going to be Russell Wilson this weekend, unfortunately.
I know I got a buddy of mine who's a Steelers fan. He was texting me. He goes, I think it's Russell Wilson this week. I'm like, why? I mean,
I think I don't think he's been fully healthy in Mike Tomlin's mind. And I think they're in a position where they think they can elevate the quarterback position.
But it's Russell Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we are. And it's Justin Fields. So it's like.
No, I know. It's not like, but I mean, you're 4-2 with Justin Fields and it's Russell Wilson. Like we've seen the last 2 years. I don't understand this one.
I don't either.
And
the offensive line's really bad in Pittsburgh. It's the only reason Justin Fields is a good option, because he can get out. He can get out of pocket. He can run around.
Well,
I love Tomlin, so.
And Tomlin told you.
Justin has been really good, and we've been really good at times, but not to be confused with great.
I love that.
Plain example right there, dude.
He's been good, but let's not confuse this with great.
Plain example right there. So, yeah, there you go. Coming up on the other side.
You're really good at what you do, but you're not great, all right?
That's right. We'll dive into some football games, college games, as we get into our Goldilocks, as we do every single Thursday here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan. It's your home for Alex Gold.
Fescoe and Dusty.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
On Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
You've been waiting, and now is the time. Golden Oak Lending has fixed mortgage rates at 4.875%. But don't wait, this rate won't last forever. I'm James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. Why pay 20 to 30% interest rates on your credit cards when you can pay them off with our low 4.875 mortgage rate? Home values are higher than ever. That means you have more equity than ever. You can use that equity to save money by paying off credit cards, auto loans, or get cash for home renovations. You can even just lower your monthly payments. It's your equity, and you are entitled to use it to save money. And don't forget our appraisal guarantee. If for any reason your loan doesn't close, we will pay for your appraisal. Call today and take advantage of our low 4.875 fixed rate. Call 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending cured my blues.
5.784 APR, FHA, 15-year, 20% equity qualified credit. Additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
MD Anderson Cancer Center is again ranked #1 in the nation for cancer care by U.S. News & World Report's Best Hospitals rankings. Our physicians treat more types of cancers in a day than many see in their whole career. This unmatched depth of expertise, combined with our groundbreaking discoveries, gives our patients access to the most innovative treatment options. Learn more at mdanderson.org.
Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Build out a quick same-game parlay for Thursday Night Football between the Broncos and the Saints. How about Bo Nix to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns? Rashid Shaheed over his receiving total and Alvin Kamara over on his rushing. Just visit FanDuel.com/Alex to make every moment more this season. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL and 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
I'm McCall with Lee Summit Subaru, and our hotline is open. Annie from Kansas City, what's on your mind?
I want a dealership that I can trust for a lifetime. Is that you?
We're Google's highest review-rated and only locally owned Subaru retailer in Kansas City. That's a good start.
I just want a great deal. That's all.
How about 0% financing on select 2025 Subaru models? That'll get you a low monthly payment. Fall in love with driving again at Lee Summit Subaru.
Google highest review-rated Subaru retailer in Kansas City based on 2023 Google Analytics.
Dick Ray, he's your cooling magician. Dick Ray is a man on a mission. When it's hot and humid, your AC's failing and it's causing quite the fuss. There's an AC expert you know that you can trust. He's there for us. Call Dick Ray, he's your cooling magician.
Hey, it's Dick Ray. Clear your mainline drain, only $79. Call 913-DICK-RAY.
You could be on the 50 at GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Enter to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza.
Thank you. But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too hot. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 71.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Robert Half's recruiting professionals use their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. Learn more at roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Welcome back to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan. It's time for Golden Locks with Alex Gold.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply too good.
Back here on 96.5 The Fan, Fescoe, Dusty, Maury, and Gold. You think Bob's excited for the Buckies coming to KCK. You better believe Alex Gold's excited. Oh, no.
There we go.
Hey!
A couple stops. A couple stops when I lived in Houston at Buc-ee's. Yeah,
What
man.
is it? What's the? I know I'm going to get destroyed on the text line, but like I just don't It's just like
Have you been?
No.
Okay,
So
it's
of
got
course I have no
everything,
idea.
man.
Yeah.
It's got everything inside.
Like the food's good?
Yeah,
Oh,
everything.
so good. Better than Quick Trip?
Oh, God, yes.
Yes,
it is.
It is. And I love Quick Trip.
Me too.
And then you have to buy the shirt with the beaver.
You don't have
You
to.
can.
Yeah.
Beaver nuggets or whatever. There's a bunch of
I
stuff.
mean, you could spend. I spent
That's right,
about an
Dusty.
hour
Come
in
again?
there.
That's right. Beaver nuggets.
Beaver nuggets, yeah.
They're chicken nuggets, right?
No, they're like
Beaver?
popcorn or something.
It's like, is it caramel or caramelized or whatever? Yeah, something like that.
Is it
Right,
caramel
yeah.
or caramel?
Depending on what you want to say.
Yeah, I'm just
I say
caramel.
caramel.
Camel's easier to say. You know, it's just caramel.
Yeah,
you know?
caramel. I
Try
say
some of the
caramel.
cheese, some of the butter, and some of the caramel.
See,
Get out of the house.
But see, with popcorn, I may have said caramel. I don't know. It just depends on
Yeah.
how you're feeling.
Like,
that
how do you-
Caribbean or Caribbean, same
Caribbean.
thing. You
How
know?
do you
Yeah.
describe a Twix?
Oh, okay. I was going to say left or right. But
Well, it depends on how you vote.
2 cookies, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on
That
a
also brings me
cookie.
to a next thing before we get into the bets. Are you going to try the chicken Big Mac?
Yeah, I think I would
probably
if I'm
will.
there. Like, yeah, I'm not a fast food guy, but I see it. I'm like, that looks very interesting.
Is it going to taste like the McChicken, or is it going to be a different type of taste? Because the McChicken's great.
McChicken is fantastic. The warm mayo and lettuce, and I'm not a
no
mayo
mayo,
guy.
no mayo.
I hate mayo, but
Sometimes
I'll eat
they
it
get
on
a
a
little.
McChicken.
Sometimes they be getting a little wild in that mayonnaise. You take the wrapper off, you're
you
like,
gotta,
whoa.
yeah, you're right. You got to scoop off a
Too
lot
much.
of that
It gives
mayonnaise.
you that Joker
yeah.
smile of white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just go plain chicken and
Chicken and lettuce on the McChicken.
Oof. You almost have to go that hot mustard with it.
Not the Big Mac sauce.
I can't stand mayo. I think mayo's disgusting.
I'm with you. There's certain things I like. Tuna fish, I'm fine with mayonnaise. Like a
Lost me at
macaroni
tuna fish.
salad. Oh, you don't need to.
You guys know I'm a picky eater. You know
Yeah,
this.
I know.
Potato salad or
Yeah, coleslaw or
Potato salad at the Cheese Press box.
that he thought was mashed potatoes on
Oh
ice.
my goodness.
You got to be careful when you potato salad in a group setting because you don't know how long it's been sitting there.
Somebody says it's the best thing in the world, chicken Big Macs.
Okay,
Should
I'll
I
try
go,
it.
should I go
sure
try
it's
one? Should I
fantastic.
try one
You
today?
should try one today.
And
Let us know.
call into you guys.
You can let us know, man.
Buc-ee's, it says, is one of those places that's so hyped up when you finally go there, you see it yourself, it's underwhelming. It basically is a Walmart gift shop.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
You can buy anything in there. I mean, yeah. Oh, what isn't
what do you-
overhyped though? You know, like
Neighborhood
every place that you don't have is overhyped.
Yeah,
because you don't have it.
I mean, say it with Whataburger as well. Now that it's here, like I thought, oh my gosh, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. I haven't been there in months.
I've yet to go.
I've gone twice just for breakfast.
I've heard the breakfast is
Breakfast
smashing.
burritos are actually really
They're
good.
fantastic.
And the
breakfast-
frozen Dr. Pepper's another thing you're supposed to get there.
I don't know. I don't drink the colas, but the chicken biscuit for breakfast is fantastic.
That's
as
what I've
well.
heard.
Oh my god, the honey biscuit,
Honey butter chicken biscuit,
Yeah,
baby.
they're outstanding.
Yeah,
and
that
they're
was- speaking of Big
ketchup.
Mac.
Yeah,
He got real big back there.
and the spicy ketchup at Whataburger is fantastic.
Please tell me you're not going to be diving into this game tonight.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
are just because it's on doesn't mean you have to pay attention and watch. I've been stressing that with a
But
lot of
there's
folks
reasons to watch.
I like the Broncos tonight minus 2.5. That's the spread. You're referencing Broncos Saints, and yeah, it's an ugly matchup. There's injuries all over the place. For those that aren't familiar, Derek Carr's doubtful, so he's not going to play.
So it's Spencer.
Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Taysom Hill, Patrick Surtain.
All out?
Two of them are doubtful, and a few of them are officially out. So you're going to have a banged up New Orleans Saints team. Yes, they're at home. The Denver defense, though, 4th in pass defense. Saints offensive line, 31st in pass blocking. So I just think this is a bad matchup for the Saints. I'm not saying that it's going to be high scoring. I kind of like the under. I think that the number keeps going down. 36.5.
Holy cow.
36.5 is the number. I like the Broncos. I put it up on the board for our in-house competition that all of us do. Yeah, I think the Broncos just are a bad matchup considering all the injuries. And I know the Broncos have come back down to earth after their nice start. They've lost a handful in a row now. But if you're going to bet this game, I think the Broncos are the play.
And the under, clearly.
Yeah, full disclosure, I don't have a bet on the under yet, but I would definitely, if you're betting the total, I don't know how you can take the over. No, I mean, Bub Means and Cedric Wilson Jr. are and Tipton are the wide receivers for the Saints. Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, those sound all
Never
made
heard
up.
of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Moving on, you like Atlanta and Seattle this weekend, huh?
The opposite of what we just said. Points all over. I think there's plenty of firepower. So the latest number for this, Atlanta, Seattle, over 51.5. Yeah, it's a trip out west for Atlanta. But now we're heading in to the portion of the season where I think Kirk Cousins is even more like himself. He's still probably not 100% post-Achilles injury, but if we all watched him week 1 and we watched him against the Chiefs, and each week he seemingly looks more and more like himself. And
can't say the same for Aaron Rodgers.
Cannot say the same for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. But look at the weapons all throughout this game. I mean, even Kyle Pitts the last couple weeks, the tight end for the Falcons, has been performing well. We know they have the 1-2 punch of Robinson and Algier and Drake London. And on the flip side, you have Kenneth Walker, the running back for the Seahawks, a healthy DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, the second year, Jackson Smith and Jigba is starting to get better on the underneath routes. I just think we're going to see a ton of points in this game. I haven't looked at the latest to see where the spread is. I'm not really betting that. The Seahawks are 3-point underdogs, it looks like. But I think we're just going to see a ton of points. So if you're playing fantasy football, Dusty, or something, I know that's your thing. That seems like a day to have a bunch of Seattle Seahawks and Atlanta Falcons in your lineup.
Before we move on to the next one, I did do a little bit of a quick thing. The one bet that I do like in the game tonight to give it a reason to watch, heavy Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
His over under on receptions is 4.5.
Yeah, who else do they have?
Exactly. And then if you parlay that with his rushing yards of 68.5, it's plus 198. It's not a bad
I don't hate
money.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in the receiving game is where he could have a huge, huge performance because of the fact that the wide receiver core is a bunch of guys we just mentioned that none of us knew who the hell it is.
Yeah, right. My goodness.
And so moving on from that, Buffalo, Tennessee. At first, you liked this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. So I'm off of it now. When I texted you guys last night, and even on the board here, the number keeps going up. It's gotten to the point where it's still the NFL, despite Will Levis sucking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking Buffalo minus 9.5 now. That's just
a big number.
When it was 8.5, that was a bet that I liked, and I put down last night on that betting show. We talked about it. That one, Bob. But 9.5 is just way too many points for me. Just stay away. Like you don't have to bet this game.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Like, you take it at 8, but not 9. What? Explain the difference.
Yeah, no, you're right though. I mean, it's not crossing over to a different key number. It's not the same as if it was 6.5 and it goes to 8. Obviously, that's a big difference. So it's not. It's just for me in the NFL, and when we've talked the last couple weeks,
1 possession, 9's 2 possessions.
It is with the 2-point conversion and everything, but also what we discussed the last couple of weeks, which is the average spread with some of these games, and like asking a team to win by 10 points in the NFL, I don't care how bad I mean, it happens, but this is not college football where we see 10-point wins all the time.
Cowboys.
Or the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you, Jerry, for the content this week. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the Bills game. I think they're going to win comfortably, and look, they may end up covering. That's just a ton of points for an NFL team to cover.
I really love, I put it on the big board, Washington minus 8 at home against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Tough loss last week. They're obviously the better team. This could be another one of those Daniels performances where he just keeps finding everybody downfield. They blow him out.
I'm all in on Daniels. How can you not? I think he's shown it up. I don't think you should be skeptical on him. You want to be skeptical about the Commanders being a real contender in the NFC? Okay, we can have that
but it's
conversation.
Not the same Commanders because the owner's completely
and that's what it
now,
is, Bob. It's like we hear the name, and that's where it's
right.
If we just did blind resume tests based off of them being one of the best, if not the best offense in football, we looked at their quarterbacks numbers and we didn't know any of the names, we'd be like, wow, they're like the third best team maybe in football, fourth best team in football. But because it's the Washington Commanders, we're like, I'm not so sure. Against Carolina. Fans in D.C. want them to go back.
Yeah, they want them to go back to the Redskins.
A lot Washington football team was actually
Washington
decent.
Football team's good,
and a lot of the people that are wanting are like the Native American people that were like, we didn't advocate for this change. Like, you just decided as the white man to do it because you thought you did something wrong. There's a lot of those people out there that are actually signing petitions that are like, we were not offended by this. We were okay with them being the name.
It's going to be interesting to see how that whole situation plays out in Washington.
I think I'm going to hammer every Indiana football bet the rest of the year because I want to play this audio for you.
Yeah, Coach, the Big Ten obviously expanded west, and I'm just wondering, like, how does that affect your travel schedule? Are you guys able to go out on Thursdays? And do you think it's as big deal? I think you guys were the only win up until this past weekend out west. Do you think it's as big of a deal as they've been making out?
Oh, that's a good question. So I got a certain way I do things, right? And I've learned from a lot of people, but like I like to have our Friday walkthrough here and our meetings here so the guys don't miss class in the morning. And I like to get to the hotel as late as possible. I don't like spending a lot of time in a hotel, and we'll get there, feed them, maybe have a quick meeting in the evening and get up and play. So, my weight guy and my director of football ops, they've got all these designs, like go out Thursday, this is what you got to do. Well, I mean, we played out at Weber State, Utah State, some of those other places before. You know what I mean? No. We ain't doing that, guys. We're going to get there as late as possible. Okay, we're going to wake up and we're going to play the game and we're going to come back. That's what we did. We got to the hotel about 8 o'clock at night, ate our meal, went to bed, woke up, played 3:30, kicked their ass, and came home.
That's so good.
And then, of course, you can't forget this.
You sell your vision of your culture. I mean, what's the...
Who are you talking about? The high school guys, the transfers? Who?
All of the above. I mean, how do you... Is there
it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
I don't even know who he is, so I will.
Kurt is his first name. His last name is like Cagaletti or something like that. They played Dylan Raiola, who wants to be Patrick Mahomes, but has to beat Indiana.
You're also
first.
the Indiana head coach. Like, could you ever, like, honest to God, other than like Lee Corso, I think coached at Indiana, could you name an Indiana football coach?
Bobby Knight.
Football coach.
Oh, I thought he coached both.
He did.
Did he?
I don't know. If he wanted to, he probably could.
Probably back in the day.
Let Bill Self coach the Jayhawks. I bet they're
No
good.
question. Kansas should cancel the football program. I mean, I'm serious. That football program should go.
Here we go. Look what you did, Dusty.
Sounds like Dak Prescott in here. Here we go. No, but Indiana and Nebraska this weekend. What do you like in that one?
Yeah, so I do like Nebraska. You might want to buy the half point to get it up to 7, but Nebraska, last check, plus 6.5, so they're getting 6.5 on the road. My issue with Indiana is who have they beat? You know, I know you played the cut about going out west and stuff.
I can't believe we're talking Indiana football.
Well, that too. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, FIU, Western Illinois, UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern. That's who Indiana has beat. You only play who's on your schedule. I buy that in the NFL more than college because college you literally schedule.
You make your own schedule.
They haven't played anybody, guys. They gave up 24 against Northwestern as well. Maryland. So I like Nebraska. I don't know if they're going to win this thing outright, but they're getting a couple points. I don't think Indiana is a touchdown better than the Cornhuskers. So I think Matt Rule has that program actually for the first time in Nebraska in a while, heading in the right direction. And you mentioned their quarterback. So I like Nebraska to cover the 6.5.
Speaking of teams and that stinking college football, Kansas, since moving out of state to Missouri, they have not done anything on the field. I really do. I think they should put the program in dormant mode until they can figure things out. It doesn't matter who coaches. It's always a colossal failure. They're one of the worst in college football against the spread this year.
They are. So they're 0-6 against the spread. North Carolina's 0-6 against the spread. Air Force 0-6 against the spread. NC State is 0-6-1. That's the company that Kansas is in. We know they've had a lot of close games and all. They're playing Houston. For those that don't know, it's homecoming, even though it's at Arrowhead. The Jayhawks are 5.5-point favorites in this game.
Houston stinks, though.
That's the one thing. So if I had to bet the game, I'm taking the Jayhawks in this one. Not just because I'm an alum of the university, but KU's been in every single game for the most part, right? They win probability in some of these games were 80-90%. Houston gets blown out. So I actually do believe Kansas finally is going to get their first conference win of the season, get their second win of the season as we talk about it on the 17th of October.
Will there be a parade down Mass?
Well, there is a homecoming parade, I think, in Lawrence or something. Yeah, isn't it?
That's weird. How
do they
do
still do that?
like,
I don't know if they're still doing the parade or not because the game, of course, is in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You go. It sounds like you're going to the game,
I'll be
Bob.
there. Yeah, I got 6 tickets. Tennessee versus Alabama, kind of the big one this weekend. Woo!
Yeah, I know Mac is fired up about this one.
Rocky Top.
I'm trying to decide if we're jumping off the Bama train too early. Like they were very fortunate. They were very fortunate to beat South Carolina. Everybody's like, that was a great game. It was entertaining, but there's just so many mistakes in the final 2 minutes of that one against the Gamecocks. I know you're a Tennessee guy. I'm going to actually go with Bama in this game.
Speak to me. Why?
So here's the thing. Well, Tennessee had their own issues last week. They didn't, to me.
Last couple weeks.
Yeah, so it's not like they've
barely
been
beat Florida.
Yeah, it hasn't been smooth sailing for them. I think Bama hit a little bit of a rough patch, but the key is, last week they found a way to get a win as well. I think we got to be careful about downplaying Bama, recognizing still, I think talent across the board, even though I like your Tennessee quarterback. We talked about him earlier in the year. I think Bama just across the board just has better football players than Tennessee does in this matchup. And so I'll go with Bama, 2.5-point favorites.
All right, we complete the slate. Missouri taking on Auburn, huh?
This is the perfect time to bet on the Missouri Tigers. Everybody is calling them fraudulent. Who have they beat? Because they went on the road one time this year to A&M and got their ass kicked. Last week they played UMass, so it was a scrimmage
They did
for
cover,
them.
and everybody said that was a good bet to cover.
They did cover. They scrimmaged UMass last week. Now they're back at home, which has been friendly to them, and they've looked much better at home. I think this is a great time. Everybody's starting to feel like, okay, they're fraudulent. I'm going to take Auburn, getting 4 points on the road. I actually think that's a little bit of a trap. I think this is like a public betting trap here a little bit. I like the Missouri Tigers to cover the 4 and kind of settle things down and get people back on board with that program. Obviously, they got a huge one against Bama coming up.
It sounds like a lot more coming from their fans than anybody else.
But nationally, too, I think there's people that are like, all right, they're frauds. People were saying that heading in the A&M game, and they got validated by them getting their ass kicked. So now they're like, see, I told you. But I still think Missouri, based on your preseason views on them, and I thought they were a college football playoff team. I don't think you should just now act like they're going to start losing to Auburn at home.
What do you stay further away from? Chiefs, Niners, Chiefs being the underdog, or Georgia, Texas?
Texas, I love. I love Texas, but no, I'm taking the Chiefs on Sunday.
I told you about my
taking
parlay
the Chiefs on
that
Sunday.
I want to take the under of 47. I've got all the records on the board. I do it every Monday.
Is that you who writes that? We were wondering who puts the scores on there.
I do it for everybody.
Yeah.
But the under 47 and the Chiefs on the money line is plus 282 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it based on what we've seen from this Chiefs defense in terms of the under bet. Mahomes 11-1-1 against the spread as a dog. Andy Reid off the bye week. I'm sure you guys have gone through the numbers like we all
let
have.
Binkley do that.
Yeah. Well, and we all know Andy off the bye week though.
21-4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, the one thing I'll say player-wise real quick with the game would just be that because the Chiefs have been so good against number one wide receivers this year, Brandon Ayuk, I like the under on his receiving, 51.5 yards. Kittle will get his. Debo will get his. I think Trent McDuffie has shown us plenty throughout this season and last year. If you're a number one receiver, he's going to shut your ass down, and I think that's what's going to happen when it comes to Brandon Ayuk on Sunday.
Yeah.
What do you have coming up on the show other than your segment sponsored by mayonnaise?
We do not have that sponsored by mayonnaise. That's Ross Tucker on Wednesdays. Yeah, creamy deliciousness. No, we're going to talk some fantasy football with Paul Charchi, and then I want to talk about the youth of the Chiefs team and why that could actually impact how aggressive they are at the trade deadline. So we'll get to that early on in the show today.
We have a cut from Nate Taylor if you want to use it. He talked about what they're going to do and who they're going to get. So
perfect.
There's a tease for a tease.
Thanks, guys.
You bet. Thank you. Every day, every Thursday. Alex Gold. He would be the guy that wouldn't get the gambling sponsorship, but would get the mayonnaise sponsorship.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Guy knows a lot about gambling, not a lot about mayo. Let's strike that and reverse
Hey, you want to endorse, what's that new Duke's, right? Like that's the mayonnaise, the Duke's Mayo Bowl that they have. That's your Southern roots coming out there, right? A little bit, Mac? You got the Duke's mayonnaise?
Yeah, baby. His winning coach gets doused.
We were at Hy-Vee the other day, and my daughter says to me, why is there so much
gross.
mayonnaise? Like, why do we need all of this?
It's a base for so much stuff.
But why do we need so many different brands and varieties? And then we got into this Miracle Whip conversation. I'm like, no.
Somebody said with the McChicken, this is gnarly. From the 913, my wife will do extra mayo on her McChicken and have a side of mayo to dip her sandwich in.
Oh, my.
You thought the flip-flop smell was rough. How about dipping that thing in mayonnaise with extra mayonnaise?
Are the cameras on? Oh.
I don't know. But
I
I
want
mean,
somebody puke.
what do you think you could easily do? Run a marathon like your wife just did or eat an entire jar of mayonnaise?
Run the marathon.
Oh. I think I don't know, man.
That sucks.
I always tell the horror story when I used to work at a Price Chopper on Woods Chapel, and this little kid knocked over a jar of mayonnaise.
Smells.
And the thing is, it's the hardest thing to clean up because you think, oh, I'll just get some rubber gloves on, and like, no, that'll take too long to smear. You have to cut off two edges of a box, scoop it, and drop it, and you're inhaling all of that.
Oh, it's awful.
All right.
Yeah. Have you never worked at a grocery store?
I've not.
Oh,
Never at the grocery store.
See,
I don't wish my kids to work there.
That's a rite of passage, man. Like you work at the grocery store, you just see people in their element, man.
Did movie theater and restaurants, but no grocery store.
And then someone says, don't try the Big Mac McChicken. It tastes awful. Don't do it. Not worth it. Okay.
All right.
I thought about it.
I thought it sounded pretty good, actually.
Somebody says, get a quarter pounder and ask it to be dressed in Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, that's kind of, Then it's a small Mac, like our guy.
For now. He's got gains. He's working on it.
Don't worry.
Dip inside of mayonnaise with extra mayonnaise.
No.
My mom would do the fries in mayonnaise.
Oh, God.
I know.
Scott Parks does that, too.
Isn't that like a British thing?
I grew up in Germany, so I dip my fries in mayonnaise.
A lot of people do it.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, they call it aioli now, so you don't feel like it's just hot fat.
It's
Flavored hot fat now.
That ought to be a drop. Who's the most flavored hot fat athlete? Dwight
Charles
Gooden?
Barkley? Dwight Gooden looking like it, yeah. See him last night?
Yeah.
Charles, because he admits to it, the round mound of rebound.
Yeah. I don't know.
The fridge.
What was that guy's name for Green Bay back in the day? Gilbert Brown.
Gilbert Brown, former Jayhawk. Yeah,
that guy was a big thing of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy for the Packers too.
Yeah,
Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo Sandoval, but he could still play. Your guy Jose Ramirez.
God,
he's a big dude.
Who's that pitcher that pitched everywhere forever?
Bartolo
Yes,
Colon.
thank you.
Yeah.
So he says, my son just got his first job at Price Chopper as a sacker. Well, I hope it works out. He'll know.
He should. Good luck for him.
Wait till he has to push carts in the snow. It's the worst thing in the world.
Put your cart back in the cart corral, too.
I actually saw a guy call a guy out for that.
Oh, you did?
Live action. Hy-Vee at Rice Road.
Really?
This guy was like going to his car. Guy left his cart there, and he goes, do you want me to get that for you? And the guy was like a little bit older, and he was like, what's that? And he's like, do you want me to get the cart for you? And the guy went and put his cart, and then the guy literally was like, I had my window down, just like, wish I had popcorn. He's like, was that so hard? He's like, it's people like you that cause dents in cars because you're too lazy to put it back. And the guy
just kept going.
And and then the guy just put the cart back and just walked to his car. It's like, that guy got called out.
That's awesome.
In live action, dude.
I mean, you're just selfish if you're not doing it, right?
Yeah. Tommy Frazier, a Husky boy nowadays. CC Sabathia, Kirby Puckett, Kelvin Benjamin, Jerome Bettis, Vince Wolfric, all that as jars of mayonnaise. Coming up on the other side, we dive back into what the Buc-ee's is and what Bob's biggest dream would be if he could have one in the local area. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City Sports. 96.5 The Fan.
It's Carrington Harrison from The Drive here now on 96.5 The Fan, telling you guys about my friends over at Window World. Window World is the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs. Pick up the phone right now and call Window World today at 816-799-0820 or check out the website, windowskansascity.com. And remember this, when you call Window World, be sure to mention that you heard this on The Drive with me, and you'll be entered into a drawing for 4 Chiefs tickets during the upcoming season. You know they got some big games, and you're going to want to be there. So call my friends over at Window World. They're offering right now 36 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. In over 20 years of business, Window World has improved the look and thermal efficiency of over 54,000 homes right here in the Kansas City metro. Check out the website, windowskansascity.com. Pick up the phone today at 816-799-0820 for a free home estimate. Call to be entered into a drawing for 4 Chiefs tickets. Remember, Window World, simply the best for less. And the official window of your Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, folks, I've got a couple of important questions for you. Do you know how much money you need to retire? Do you have a plan in place for your loved ones? If your answer is no, it's time to get your financial planning on track with UMB Private Wealth. It's never too late to start. Plus, their team supports you at every step of the planning process. Go to umb.com/privatewealth to schedule your appointment. That's umb.com/privatewealth. Why not start today?
Ready to elevate your next event? The Photo Bus is right around the corner. From custom photo booths to unique activations, we bring the fun and creativity that makes your occasion stand out, and your guests walk away with memories that last a lifetime. Visit Photobus online to learn more.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, what's holding you back? Whether it's a bad experience or even a lack of experience, home selling can be stressful. The key is to trust an expert who has your best interest at heart, and that's Dawn Sharp and the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. Dawn is the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home, and she can even give you an instant offer if you want to skip the showings. Google my friend Dawn and her team at Sharp Homes Team and see over 200 5-star reviews, or check them out at homesforsaleInKC.com and start packing.
You're always better with a roof from JR.
We've had more than our fair share of hail and wind this year. Are you playing Roofer Roulette? That's when you bet your roof and your home on the first random roofer to ring your doorbell. Why do that when JR and Company offers a free hail and wind report online at jrstormcheck.com? Just plug in your address and we'll pull a multi-year storm report. You'll know exactly what your roof has been put through and if you even need an inspection. If you do, no one is more thorough and works better with your insurance than locally owned, veteran-owned JR and Company. And if you need a new roof, remember, a roof from JR comes with a lifetime warranty on workmanship. Don't play Roofer Roulette with your home. Visit jrstormcheck.com and remember,
You're always better with a roof from JR.
Visit jrstormcheck.com.
When it comes to car buying, you deserve options. So at Volkswagen Lease Summit, we have 3 incredible promotions to pick from. Choose no payments for 90 days, 0% APR for up to 60 months, or we'll double your down up to $3,000. Pick out your car, then pick your promo at VWLeaseSummit.com.
In business, success is never by chance. You know that better than anyone. So why settle for a marketing agency that gambles with your money? At Scale Marketing, we've been in your shoes. Our founders successfully owned and operated businesses long before becoming marketers. They understand the business of, well, business. We specialize in performance marketing for mid-sized B2C companies with teams of over 100 people, from traditional and digital marketing to media buying, data science, and creative production. Scale Marketing manages it all. Our tailored strategies drive measurable growth, turning your challenges into opportunities. Imagine your company leading the market, not just participating in it. That's what we do at Scale Marketing. Don't let your business growth plateau or underperform. Scale Marketing will pinpoint exactly what you need to focus on, ensuring your success isn't left to chance. Take your business to the next level with Scale Marketing. Visit scalemarketing.com today. That's scalemarketing.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Final segment here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey, a.k.a. Big Mac, a.k.a. Little Mac, a.k.a. Tennessee Mac, a.k.a. Mac and Steen. Pick your favorite nickname. That's the poll question next
I think
week.
I'm going to start calling you Mac and Sights. Now that Kevin Seitzer's, not coaching the Braves anymore, we can get him on the Royals roster. We'll get him in studio. We can have Mac and Sights.
I like that.
Trivia question. Who were the two guys that created that team? You got one. Who's the other one, Mac?
Do you know Mac?
Here's a clue. He was a Royals catcher.
Wow, that's the age gap right there. Huh?
Mike McFarland is the answer
one of the greats.
That was always the team that you wanted to get called for to play if you were a Little League baseball player my age. It was always like, that guy's going to play for the Maggots. He must be real good.
He must be real good.
Or his parents have a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's one of the two. Like, well, my son never plays, but he's on the roster.
Right.
But I mow their lawn.
Yeah.
And that, in a nutshell, is high school sports.
Youth sports.
Youth sports.
Yeah,
you were telling me a new bat every year and like all that sort of stuff.
That was crazy.
It's just parents trying to keep up with each other. It's really embarrassing.
In an order of vasectomy today.
Yep.
Should be cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm trying to budget.
Yep. Don't rent an $8,000 a month apartment if you can't afford it.
Did you see that, Angel Reese?
Come on, Angel Reese.
She's a fool.
Yeah, she really is. Like, I have no interest in seeing anything that she does.
I think
Everyone's turning on her.
I think. Well, she's contradicting.
Yeah,
because she said something the other day or a while ago, and she's like, everyone just like looks at me as like a sex appeal.
When she was at LSU, everyone sexualizes me.
And then she just did a photo shoot in lingerie and went to a Wild 'N Out tour where she had little booty shorts on. I wasn't complaining.
Just did a Louis Vuitton shoot as well.
Yeah, it's
right?
like, well, if you put yourself in the category, like. I think she's beautiful. I will be honest. I would definitely take her to Green Lady Lounge and see where the night went. But I don't like the fact that you're saying something and doing something else.
Right.
Like you're contradicting yourself.
I just don't like the fact that she thinks people are going to feel sorry for her because her WNBA salary can't afford her to pay $8,000 a month rent. So live somewhere that's not $8,000 a month. Why is this so hard?
She's like laughing. She's like, "Oh, I'm living beyond my means." Like, nah, dude, you're ruining your life, man.
I mean, seriously,
this isn't funny. It's not cute.
Yeah,
right? This is bad.
Like, it's just falls on deaf ears now, I think. I saw a Caitlin Clark poster yesterday over at Olathe East. You guys seemingly like this more than I did, but over there for the conferences, right? It's always good when you get to meet with the teachers and have the conferences. And it says advice. If Caitlin Clark can average 8 assists per game, you can assist your one piece of trash to the can.
Heck yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
You're like, could you put that up in the studio, please?
Right.
I was going to write it on that board earlier today.
You should.
Yeah, but I don't know the
Plenty of
marker will
room.
be. I don't think the marker will get me there because look how dried out it is. So.
This, I guess they do this on our Twitter page or our X page. It's Guess the Player. This week it's a Chiefs player. How long until it takes you to guess this player? Mac, I think you'll get it by the time it's the third. I think you will too. 4-time Pro Bowler. Got a guess?
Mitchell Schwartz comes to mind, but I don't think he did 4 times. Keep going.
2-time All-Pro.
Chris Jones, but he's been to Pro Bowl more than 4 times.
Matthew? No.
Here's the one that's going to give it away.
All right.
5.4 yards per carry.
Jamal Charles.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, he only went to 4 Pro Bowls?
Yeah, dude. He only played with the Chiefs for like 5 years.
That is true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And then Denver screwed him on his last game in Denver. He had to get like 40 yards to hit his $1 million incentive, and they benched him in the final game.
Of course they did. I hate franchises that do it. Did the Pirates just do that in the like the end of the year to some guy? Was it Rowdy Tellez or somebody? Like they sent him down to the minors because he was like 1 at bat away from $100,000 bonus or something. What a cheap ass organization.
So we mentioned this earlier that Buc-ee's is coming to KCK.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
You had something that's like a Borat store, the Wawa Weewa.
Wawa, man. If we could get Wawa out here in Kansas City. I know JJ Piccolo's fist pumping right now.
My fiance loves Wawa.
Oh, it's the best.
That's what I called water when I was 2.
Wawa. Yeah, no, it is the best convenience store known to man, and it's East Coast convenience store. Great subs. The soft pretzels are just epic. Their coffee is fantastic. So if we could get a Wawa here, I don't think I'd ever leave. Like I said, I know JJ Piccolo right now is fist pumping. He wants a Wawa here in Kansas City, and JJ is executive of the year. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, I had a good bacon, egg and cheese bagel there on my trip.
Fantastic.
It was good.
Yeah, fantastic place.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Love Wawa. Kids love Wawa too. Got the Wawa apps on their phone. Anytime we go, there's a Wawa. You can order fresh. And, oh, man, it is
legit
wonderful.
Food.
Yes.
Like legit food.
Legitimate, really, really good food. So with Buc-ee's now coming, I know, like, if you could bring something from a different part of the country that we don't have here, what would it be? I know everybody likes to say In-N-Out Burger and places like that, but like, what would it be if it was something we don't have here? Like, we gotta have that.
I'm afraid In-N-Out would turn into Whataburger.
Absolutely,
right? Because you don't have it,
right? Yeah.
Is Joe's Crab Shack still going? Because I know it's not here anymore, but it was good when I went to Myrtle Beach.
Joe's Crab Shack isn't in Independence anymore.
No, it hasn't been for a while.
Really?
They
was
said
that COVID?
From the 402, Wawa's coming to Independence.
No, it's not.
That's what the text says.
No way.
I mean, you might have gotten your dream. And
what?
I mean, you could reach out to the 402.
Oh, my God.
Wawa's coming
There's no way. Somebody's got to send a news release or
about to buy
press
a house
release.
in the square.
I'm about to move to Independence if that's the case.
You go live by Drum Farm. I'll come visit you once a week.
Kidding me.
Yeah, if that's the case. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I don't know a lot of stuff. I mean, bring me some Springfield cashew chicken place here. I'd enjoy that. Dude, I love it. I love Springfield cashew chicken. It's awesome. Love it. I finally moved next to a Freddy's. That was dangerous.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for that. Somebody says Buc-ee's has great barbecue.
They do. Yeah, they actually do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, I was in Texas, so you're not getting anything good from a barbecue standpoint in Texas. So you try the Buc-ee's, yeah.
We got a Lululemon in Summit Crossing. That's dangerous.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
you go there
tough.
a lot.
I try to. Try not to, actually.
Right.
Every second Friday, I happen to be walking through Lululemon.
Why on second
Friday?
Friday,
dude. Yeah, I can finally afford a pair of pants.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, you know what you do? You buy them online and pay with Klarna or Afterpay, and then you have 4 installments of $25 instead of having to shell out the hundo right there. It doesn't feel like you're spending that money.
Yeah, I always. Somebody says it's Wally's is coming to Independence. Way
Wally's.
different.
It's not. No, that's not. What is Wally's?
Wally's is like I don't know what Wally's is. It's going to Independence, not Wawa.
Oh yeah.
Somebody lied to you, or tried to. They wanted to see Fescoe get excited.
I did.
I don't know, man. Is there anything in New York that you'd want to see come here, like a pizza joint?
No, because they're all like gyms. You know, like it's all like chain pizza's not my thing.
Somebody says they just drove by the old Joe's Crab Shack. Sign on the building says dispensary coming soon.
Oh, wow.
More dispensaries.
Wow.
That's a big dispensary.
I'm going to say turning a restaurant like that into a dispensary.
You know what I'd like
huge.
to see come back? Macaroni Grill. I loved Macaroni Grill.
Are they not around anymore?
Not around here. There used to be one in Overland Park or whatever down the street, and then there used to be one in Independence where close to the Joe's Crab Shack was.
How much of this stuff was here before COVID, and then once COVID came, it just got weeded out? Because I see these articles all the time of like these restaurant chains are closing. I'm like, yeah, because they suck.
I loved Macaroni Grill. I don't know if it was just like the bread and oil and seasoning. God,
I loved it, dude. I got their mozzarella, balsamic, tomato.
Yes.
Yeah, it was gas.
Absolutely. Loved it. Houston's, come back.
Houston's was the best restaurant ever.
I need Houston's back.
And
Great French
I heard
dip, great chicken tenders.
You know, I've heard there's rumblings because of the new Plaza ownership. There may be a resurgence in Houston. I told you right before COVID, my wife and I went to L.A. for our anniversary, and there was a Houston's in the parking lot of the hotel we were staying at. We're like, I don't care what else is in L.A. We went to Houston's.
God, Fuddruckers, yes. Please bring the Fuddruckers back.
We were never allowed to eat at Fuddruckers as a kid because they were ripping you off. You're getting screwed as a hamburger. We're not paying that price.
No, it was great. They had like the steak fries, and they had like 2 different cheeses. They had the jalapeno nacho cheese and the regular. Then they had like the setups on ice. Somebody says bring back Boston Market and Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays had a great salad bar.
Yes. Bring back Shoney's.
Shoney's was good, too. The breakfast buffet was fantastic.
If you missed the show today, make sure you go and share the story we had with the coach from Crestridge Cougars. Spread the love. Go to Instagram, like their page. They're at 32,000 likes. We need to get them to win. They're 3rd currently. Got to beat Aaron Rodgers. And you also have to do this. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, week, month, or even their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay safe and stay kind. Coming up next, Alex Gold, Cody Tapp, Drew Nixon. It's Cody and Gold on 96.5 The Fan.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Right now, 38 states allow sports betting, including 7 of Missouri's neighboring states. Amendment 2 gives Missouri sports fans the freedom to bet on games too, and that will